My name is Jason White, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the differences between empathy and sympathy. So we're going to start off with empathy. Empathy is the art of being able to step into someone else's shoes and understand what they're going through or how they're feeling as if it was your own pain. One example of empathy can be, I feel your pain. Empathy is about listening, connecting with someone, making sure that they understand they're not alone and you understand how they're feeling. Empathy is active. It's about getting to the root of someone's problem and then offering a solution. Empathy is choosing to rejoice with those who rejoice and choosing to weep with those who weep. Romans 12:15. As an example, your child could come in the room scared, crying about a nightmare they've had. You can show them empathy by inviting them into the room, holding them close, listening to their fear, and telling them about your childhood nightmares. Not necessarily trying to fix the problem, but just sitting there in that moment, being there with them, letting them know that they're not going through this alone or that you've gone through the same thing before. Empathy is non-judgmental. It's about sharing tissues, an attitude of curiosity and acceptance. It's about being emotionally intelligent and treating someone how you want to be treated. Sympathy. Sympathy is realizing someone is going through a physical or emotional struggle and giving them support and comfort. Sympathy is passive, like feeling sorry for someone. Ultimately, you can feel sympathy for someone and not feel motivated or moved by their situation to connect with them. It can also be a little judgmental at times. A few examples are, I'm sorry for your loss, or you poor thing, or bless your heart. It's almost like driving by someone who has a flat tire on the side of the road. You feel bad that they have a flat tire and I feel bad for them, but you continue to drive. So you don't necessarily feel bad enough to connect with them. Those are the differences between sympathy and empathy. So, sympathy versus empathy. Which one is better? Which one is more necessary? Or are they both equal? Sympathy is passive. I'm sorry for your loss. Empathy is active. I feel your pain. Oftentimes, people get the two confused. However, in order to effectively communicate, you must be able to identify which emotion you're feeling. Are you feeling sorry for someone's situation, or are you feeling sad or hurt as if it was your own situation? Both sympathy and empathy are important relationship skills. However, empathy is very important because it fuels connection. It's not enough just to care about someone. We're living beings. We long to share experiences with other people. So, sympathy is just as important because it allows you to learn about the oppression, pain, and tragedy running rampant in our world and make decisions about how we can influence our community for the better. How to practice empathy. A few ways to practice empathy are being a good listener. Look people in the eye, nod, ask follow-up questions. Be intentional when you ask those questions and make sure that your focus is completely on them. Put your cell phone down, your iPad. Make sure it's just you and them in that moment. Show up. Sit with people. In every aspect of tragedy or different things, there may not be anything to say in that moment, but you just being there and them knowing that they have someone to go through this with is more than enough. Practice mirroring. This is an act of reflecting someone to themselves. It's a great way to make someone feel seen, heard, and validated. Do not compare suffering or grief. Experiencing a tragedy can be confusing, and something we often do is try to make sense of our situation by comparing it to others who may be better or worse off than you, may be better or worse off than we are. Ways to practice sympathy. Allow the other person to talk about their emotions. Offer to listen to them and let them talk about their feelings to you. Don't necessarily offer a solution. Just listen first. Use your body language to express sympathy. Make eye contact. Nod to let them know that you're understanding. Keep your body facing them so they know that they have your undivided attention in that moment. Listen first. Make sure that you're listening and not listening to respond, but listening to understand. Offer comments later. In most cases, the other person just needs you to listen as they explore their feelings. Ask the person how they're coping with the situation. Is there anything you can do to help? And that's all. Thank you guys so much. And my site's